Hello there, greetings, Silverbell. Hello, Silverbell. Thank you for joining us for tonight's connections. I am back, as you can see, and yeah, I had a little situation on once I got back here too. Oh man, like, should I just sit like this the whole time? Oh well. Yeah, as soon as I got back here, yeah, my car broke down. As soon as I got, what's weird is it's with the battery connection. I had that fixed, and apparently I have to get fixed again. But what's weird how it worked is I was coming home, I park on the street, and of course somebody parked right where I was going to park. There's nowhere else to park. Apparently people are doing, I don't know, pre-holiday Christmas or whatever it might be. So anyway, I was going to go turn. I was going to go and turn around and park on the street in another direction. And so I was reversing my car because I have stick shift. It shut off on me. It's like, yeah, it happens there sometimes if I shift it wrong. But I don't think that had anything to do with it. I couldn't. All the power out was gone. So I took the battery. It's already worn out as it is for coming back. Took the battery, get looked at. It was fine. It didn't take very long. And so something with the battery terminals on it, which is really strange. How I had it fixed. So there might have been some tampering somewhere, possibly. I can give you an idea of what I'm talking about here. What my setup here looks just like this, but you see the wires at the end of it, and some reason it needs to be. I need something like this. So it's interesting. What of course I can't find the other one. So it's in the where is it? I lost it. Where'd it go? Anyway, it's in the wiring. So I've had this problem before, and I got it fixed, and gee, I can't even find. Oh, well, anyway, it's basically in the wiring area of it. Actually, it's in this area, and there's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes you go and you can play around with it, and they'll start up. Didn't work out this time, so and it did start up kind of strange this morning because the weather was acting a little bit bizarre. It was real foggy this morning. So who knows? I mean, funny how it was been fine until I get home. Yeah, I even have a parking spot, which makes it even funnier. Yeah, it worked out well, even if it is a pain in the neck. So it caused a lot of stress. So I'm trying to get to start. I even have a parking spot. I had to push it a little bit to put in a parking spot, and it wasn't a big deal. Which is weird how it broke down here. Luckily, I'm glad it did because if it anywhere else, it only took me 2 hours to get home. Because I have to wait for a tow truck and all that. So I can't throw my car away one of these days. I just got it too. So, oh well. Who knows? There might have been a interference. Probably was some kind of screwing around going on. Most likely had to have been. I mean, when you look at it, looks fine. So, but I know it's in the connection somewhere. It's like I had it fixed. It's been great. But yeah, this morning it did sound kind of strange when it started up. But the rest of the day was fine, so I didn't think anything of it. So yeah, basically, it's not the battery; it's just the connection to the battery. It's stupid, but so I have to get it fixed in the morning. So that was so that added a lot more stress to my day, but that's all right. It could have been a lot worse, but it's just funny how things worked the way it did. I mean, it could have been anywhere else where it would have been a pain. So we always have a parking spot. It's not in the way. I mean, it's not in the middle of the street somewhere. So it's not in the middle of nowhere. So it's just down a couple blocks away from where I am. So weird, but yeah, that's strange. So yeah, I've had this before. What I had, that's why I got it fixed finally. You just screw around with the battery terminal, eventually it'll come on. This didn't happen this time, so there probably was some kind of tampering going on. At least beings wise, are not too happy with what I'm doing recently. So that's my only. I mean, it's gotta be. They're just laying low, of course. So as I said, that's still pretty minor. what's going on. So, all right, we're back. Silver Bell is here. And I'm just going to do a short connection, get my energy back. Those that submitted questions, I think yesterday, I'll be back to you tomorrow. I'm going to rest my energies. I would be doing it tonight. It just, after what happened today, is like, oh, the travel back was all right. And anyway, I'm working on, Oracle cards have been ordered, and I have to proof them when I get them. So that'll probably be a week. And Jake is on his way, and I'm creating his own site because I have other projects in the works too for comics. And who knows when those will be done? But for right now, Jake will be the main influence on working on issue 2. Also, of course, issue 1 has not been out yet, but we're like getting there, and I'll do some Facebook stuff on it. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, so I'm gonna send it off to other publishers too, see if anybody cares. Who knows? All right. So yeah, we're going to do a little bit of channeling on the Mandela effect and connect to. I was going to connect to Redmond for the Galactic Federation Alliance with the Syrians, and see what we get with that. So keep it kind of short for tonight. Might do a video on vaccines soon. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see if I have any energy for it, depending on how the car situation. I imagine the car situation shouldn't take that long in the morning, but anyway, more stress on the deal. So those that are new to all of this, designtower.com. This is I'm not sure what this is. This is the private sessions are available this week. We also have gift cards, easy purchase. You don't have to go through all this, but if you want to know what my schedule is, this is the place to look. So also have Google Hangouts, Skype, Zoom, and channeling by phone. It's all recorded. Also have submit a question. You can submit here, and it takes 1 to 5 days or 10 days, depending on what's going on. I have to work this Thursday, but it should be. I'll do as quickly as I can. There's also Spirit Social, submit a question, healing, past life regression, message from Yesha, 5-minute healing, channeling consulting, and we have other services here. One question from a day, chakra healing from a day, soul pain from Stephanie, angelic Reiki from Miguel. We also have, what else do we have here? We also have the cartoon book if you're interested, and it's for waking people up, basically, if you're interested. And there's the solar eclipse. I wonder what that looks like. Yeah, we have SoundCloud. I haven't uploaded anything to SoundCloud in a while. Eventually I'm getting there. And also we have the webinar. This is twice a week, 2 webinars a week. This week will be Tuesday and Friday. So, all right. Thank you for your support. I can't get my camera to work. There we go. Okay. All right. We're going to connect to the Mandela effect, or we'll do a connection with Syrians. This will be Redmond. I haven't connected to Redmond in a while. And see what we got. Yeah, usually I do the chat questions. For the webinar, I just channel a being, so I usually keep the beings busy. But now I'm doing the chat questions, so now it's different. So I don't channel them as frequently as I used to. Something around those lines. Okay, all right, here we go. Blessings, or Silver Bell again, taking a nap. So, all right, blessings, and here we go. Greetings to you. This is Redmond. Blessings from the Syrian race. Yes, we're very much connected to the Galactic Federation of Light. One moment. Yes, you're connecting to different planets at this time. Not realizing it, but you are connecting to other worlds. You're bringing assistance to your advancements on this planet. Many of you are in astral bringing different timelines into this Earth timeline to help push you or assist you going to more of a positive vibration, which is also causing a Mandela effect. This is causing things to change, and not everyone's agreeing with that change. That's why some see one thing, some see it another, and that will continue to go. This shows basically you're going through a split. As some countries are no longer there, there's fewer, there's more, whatever it might be. You're going into a split. Those that understand it or feel like that's part of their experience are going, yes, into fourth density, but that doesn't mean others that don't agree with it are not going. They're going to a different part of fourth dimension. And then there are others that are going into third dimension and continue that vibration, as they're not ready to enhance their abilities. They are, yes, part of what is going on is that many are just, they're in their comfort zone, and that is third dimension. You can call it comfort food if you want, or comfort dimension if you want, but they just feel comfortable and connecting more to their abilities. They're not quite ready for that yet. They're still exploring this dimension. But those of you that are evolving continue to evolve, of course. Not to say those in third dimension are not evolving. They're just evolving in their own way. The third dimension evolved. Many of you go into the fourth dimension's vibrations. You're bringing in new directions, new vibrations, coming from other worlds that there are other worlds that are connecting to this planet, not seen, but they are here in higher dimensional form. And as you see where your future Earth is going to go, that is up to you. Many of you are going to go to different versions of Earth as you feel comfortable with. But what's going to happen much of your planet is a Mandela effect. There are different names of it. Some call it Mandela effect, others have it the New Age effect, whatever you want to call it. But this split will continue to go. It will get stronger as many of you are going to more of the dimension of transformation. You're going to see many more things change. Even also your Atlantis, more knowledge will be brought up from your Atlantis, meaning you're on another timeline. Third dimension timeline will most likely not allow Atlantean knowledge to come through. So if you feel of any more Atlantean knowledge to come through in your mainstream archaeology, that shows you, that is just one example, that shows you you're going to more of a fourth dimensional vibration. Because the third dimension would most likely not allow that. They are still called a myth and will continue to do so. Of course, Atlantis is one version of, there are many other things that can come into this new timeline formation that you're pulling in. But these things do take time. But many of you, yes, most likely will accelerate it also as you fit. One moment. And this split will get more obvious over time. As now you're still in the beginning phases of it. And to be a major more, yes, it'd be major compared. Basically, what we're mentioning is a split as what you once thought is now something else, and that is what the split is. And we'll continue to do so. Many of you much prefer the new realities than the old, as more things are going to come through. Also, your aliens eventually will find their way into your culture and other formations. Other things, your JFK knowledge of his energy, also of his honesty. Basically, there's been quiet about his place on their planet, meaning there's much more he wanted to bring into your environment that has been forgotten or sealed, let's put it that way, that you're not allowed to see. Eventually that will be known too, more. As many of your presidents will look at your JFK as a symbol to replicate without the death, without being assassinated, basically. If you're seen as more of a symbol, or however you want to word it, as you can, something to work on to more unite humanity, at least for the United States, which much needs it. Meaning a risk taker will not worry of death. That will continue in your vibrations as you were, and you're kind of already seeing it already with your Trump in some ways. He's only doing what he can. it does too much, but it will get better over time as more of the knowledge would come into your society. Imagine many of you agree on that. Don't you want truth? Well, you would get more those of the truth into your political environments. Your political environment as much has to do with your earth consciousness also. There you're allowing truth to come in. The more honest your politicians become, the more humans are ready to receive that honesty. Right now, many are not ready for it, not enough. Because if there's more, you would have your honesty right now. Many are not ready for it. They'd rather stay in the hypnosis energy, as you can see. But things are changing. It just takes time. Yes, and what's going on in Hollywood is also another version of that. There's much more to go. Yes, that is just one phase of it. There's many more phases that can happen, of course, to allow for a more further awakening. As for what is your Hollywood, at least for your theater, even your music, but your theater is from the Black magicians, basically. And you wonder why some films don't make any sense, because there's so much symbolism built into it, not necessarily to be seen. But the reason it's all Black magician energies. For the most part, there's major film releases. The ones that are creating them have no idea. They're not realize they're part of a hypnosis energy also. They feel like, yes, I'm free will, but yes, but you're also a puppet, because also they push you to a message that makes money, but also is connecting to human consciousness to basically tell humanity what to do, or whatever it might be that's in their message. Basically, films are orchestrated to control humanity, as you can see. Was not always the case in the past, but now it's used against humanity, however you want to word it. It is also showing you that you're going to more of a galactic direction also, because there's more alien stuff going on in your film, as you can see. Yes, it is in comics, but it's also showing you're going to more of an alien direction. Isn't it becoming slightly obvious? There's much more to that, but that's all we can go to right now. But I'll let you dissect that on your own. But there is much more, but we can't go into that at this time. One moment. Yes, you see much of what's going on in your politics. Yes, we do see the floor coming down, basically, ever so slightly. I mean, more scandals going into your society, as many politicians are giving up their corruption and trying to be more truthful to a certain degree. And what means the skeletons must be out of the closet, basically. So that is in the works at this time. As for the time frame of that, we are not aware of. It's all has to do with the individual at this moment. But there's much going on. Yes, your Washington is your next step of evolution. As for the opening, eventually, it will not be what you recognize it as today. 10 years, 20 years, it will be some time, but it will not be the same ever again. It'll be more uniting the people instead of dividing it. At this time, is there to divide. The puppet masters at this time that are running your government system at this time are suffocating in a lot of ways. It has become more pressure than ever before to be in that position. And it's not as easy. They cannot milk it as long as they have. That is changing. It's becoming more and more harder to be dishonest also. It has not fully hit that peak yet, but it's getting there. It just takes time for that vibration to come through. One moment. At this time, also, one moment. Yes, there's many federations that are connected to your society. Of course. One moment. Yes, as the Pleiadian High Council, the High Council of the Pleiades, as you come and put their efforts more into this society also to transition as more of your, what you call for energy, to become more energy efficient on your planet, but also without the money involved with it. Basically, you'll have funds to bring more energy efficiency throughout your society, ever so slightly, but you're already seeing the beginnings of it, with much more to come. But become even, yes, there's a falsified energy as for clean energy at this time, but you are going to more of a clean energy environment. It just takes time. Yes, there'll be corruption around it at this moment, as you can see, but it will come to a time when the energy sufficiency and also the funding of it will become much easier, meaning it will not be needing of a funding and it will be efficient for everyone. But these things do take time, probably in 100 years or so. It does take time. But as for your power grids at this time, will be eradicated eventually. They're going to have to be. But a transition is already in place, but it will take a moment for it to fully integrate into your timelines. That is all we have at this time. There is other things, but we can't go into the details at this moment. But yes, your holiday, yes, is very much connected to the pagan energies. So realize that, to meditate with those energies, meaning that what is going on in these holiday energies. As yes, there is a calmness coming. We see much calmness going into your society, meaning even your cabal takes a break. You'd be surprised. Let the humans do their, yes, the programming has halted, but humans are still following that programming. And new programming would come into the next year, unfortunately. But that is part of the human consciousness. Once humans become more aware of what's going on as they're being told what to do instead of having the freedom of themselves, that will change. Most don't feel like they have freedom, a falsified freedom, basically. Yes, with the money, the dollar controlling them, and also your entertainment field controlling the thoughts also. Realize much more as a source energy here is basically it plugs into everyone's mindset. Not everyone, many of you have removed it, but some are they're using that, but they're exploring it. It's exploring another side of themselves also through these manipulations. So it's a soul expansion. Not to say it's bad, not necessarily. It's just not everyone wants to be a part of that, of course. Many of you want to evolve higher than that, but many are not ready to. It is the entertainment factor through different regions. It just makes it fascinating for the soul. Many souls have not experienced this kind of manipulation either. And so you come into this world, they're not ready to let go of that manipulation because they haven't experienced anything, not at this degree. Other worlds don't have this. Of course, those Earth humans that have been incarnating here constantly are used to it and enjoy greatly, because if they didn't, they would not be here. But of course, also many are here part of the awakening process also. Many are headstrong, but some are coming lenient more to what is going on. As you connect more to the fourth and fifth dimensions, you will feel your Earth. Yes, your skies. Some of you are already seeing your skies change colors with your third eye, but also feel your vibrations shifting also. You're allowing the fourth and fifth dimensions coming through to ease you into this new timeline. Yes, it does take time, but many of you are already experiencing those vibrations, meaning your aliens are already showing themselves physically also. They're actually working greatly with that. For those that are ready for this, yes. Those that are not, that will stay in the not happening category. Yes, they're not ready. But those of you are willing to connect to a being, if you wish to do so, is becoming more likely. As for when, is up to you. It has many, but your governments cannot control everything. Even they can be, understand you are an Earth human. You can change. You have power here. Yes, you cannot leave. Eventually you will be. But this is a process of seeing your beings will help you leave with your beings, with your alien friends. Just to let you know how that works. And as you have a peaceful environment around you, when you have a Nordic being or Zeta or whatever it might be that comes to you, that you wish, now you have control over who comes to you, of course. Yes, that is much better to be more comfortable who comes to you. This is becoming more likely. As for the date of this, it's still up in the air, but it's becoming more and more likely. This is how you break open your timeline directions. It just takes time getting there, of course. Of course, most of your third dimensional humans will not believe any of it. Of course, they're part of the matrix energy of a low vibration. It's best that some of them are best that they stay at that vibration, because they're unwilling to unplug from that system. It is just too much fear. How do you feel if an alien being just appeared around you, but with positive energies? How many humans are truly ready for that? Not many. Those of the light worker community, yes, even there, you kind of wonder. Still getting there, not fully there. But they're the third dimensional human, not ready yet. But things are going to change, of course. Blessings to you. This is serious. And signing off for this communication. Blessings. Blessings. All right. All right, leave you be. Okay, take care, everyone. Have a great night.